Good morning. So, this is a juicy one. Happy New Year 2019. Ooh, I even woke up with this one. Be patient with yourself and let your dreams take flight. So, what I felt into with all of that was that, you know, as the new year begins, so many want to just hit that road running, kind of more like I have to get certain things done. But when we take the time to slow down, to become present in the moment, to be more mindful of all of our actions, all of our thoughts, really being, we can learn to trust instead of just doing. Doing comes from the mind or the overthinking, whereas the trust in the heart and then the feeling, that is where the true juicy wisdom is, the knowing. This head, it's helpful and it serves you, but most of the time you let it rule you instead of feeling into, does this feel right? Not, this is what I know will work. This is what I know from my past experiences. Because the past only dictates the future based on your present, because that's what's created the now. So if you come from a past of anxiety, a past of constant reaction, fight or flight, then you're probably in that present moment most of the time, constantly having to be on the go, keeping busy. I don't have time for that. I'm too busy. I'm too caught up in finding things I need to be doing instead of feeling into what is right here, right now. Because when we take things slower, when we're more mindful in the moment, in the present, in our sensations, and trusting our hearts, things have a better chance of taking deep root and have a higher level of success in the end as we implement. Power versus force. The mind wants to force things. The heart has the true power. Do you know that the head is actually over the heart so that the head can observe, not to feel better than or more powerful? But this is the problem with our human nature, is we think that because the head is up here, that we are up here, that we are better than, that it knows better than the heart. And the heart is humble. The heart is kind and loving, and it allows that head quite often to rule, despite your inner knowing, despite your feelings that you cannot deny, but you do dismiss. So in this new year, I ask you to take stock of what you've got, because believe it or not, where you're at in the moment, we're going to try to do things differently this year. Because whatever you've got now is a result of what you've done in the past. And in order to create a new, right? Most of us want to set intentions for the new year. How about doing things differently? Stop chasing your tail with old patterns of the past so that you're not recreating more of what you don't want, or more of that chaos, that fight or flight, that constant adrenaline rush that is stressful and taxing on your nervous system, your adrenals, your kidneys, your entire body, which ages you even more, by the way. If you take stock of what you've got, ask yourself, do I appreciate and value what I have now? Because most of us are reaching for the future, reaching for something. The perfectionist mind says, once I have that, I'll be happy. But here's the crazy key to life. If you don't value what you've got, how are you going to value that when you get it? See, the irony is we don't actually stop and think about self-care and self-love through the way that we appreciate and take care of ourselves, take care of our belongings, take care of ourselves. But in truth, that is all a reflection of what we value and appreciate, and what it is that brings value to our lives. I've heard often many people will say things like, well, that doesn't matter because I can always, things don't matter. Stuff doesn't matter. But it can, you can just kind of dismiss it. But do you know that when you dismiss that, you actually take away the value of what it does for you in your life, whatever that may be. I'll use for an example, my grandmother, my mom, whenever somebody I loved and appreciated would give me a gift. I always took such, and I still do actually, whenever anybody gives me anything or does anything for me, I see that as an extension of the person that I love and admire. And I value that even more, so I take special care. I take care of my things, my belongings, my loved ones, everything in my life, the way I would also want to be taken care of, the way that I value it, because it's an extension of what it brings to my life. Because I also understand the value I place on something also creates more of it. And that if I want something more in this life, I have to look at what I already have that I really truly value and appreciate. Even if it's not in its perfect condition, I will take the best care of it because I know that somebody gave me that, or I earned that, or I created that in my life. And that's the value that it has in my life, is it all serves a purpose. Everything has value. You can't even dismiss it. But how you treat it is a reflection of how you treat yourself and the value that comes to you in your life. Whew. This is also a powerful lesson about money, because money has value in different ways. And whatever do you use your money to purchase? Do you appreciate the opportunity that value affords you to have things in your life? There's so much depth into this. The truth is that this is all about you. It's all about me. And we deserve the best. But if we're not valuing and appreciating what we already have, then it's going to be very difficult to see more of that in the future. Or to have what it is we ideally want through our perfectionist minds that claims that once we have it, we'll be so much better off. I love you all, and I want to see you thrive this year. No more surviving. Let's do things differently. Let's take care of what we have, the people we love. Let's treat them with the value, respect that we ourselves have for ourselves. If that is what we desire, then we have to extend it. You can't have what you don't give, and you can't give what you don't have, right? So, let us set new patterns in motion. Let's do things differently so we can get better, more surprising results. And let's see what the card is for today. There's so much juiciness in this life. And if you can see everything through the eyes of love and value everything, and I mean even something that maybe you go, well, that's just that. Clean it, dust it, love it, embrace it. Because without it, you might be missing and lacking. And that's where the lack mentality comes from, is people who don't value what they have. And to top that off, here's your message. You will find what you seek. If you ever suddenly found and been loved by someone, amazing, awesome, fun, and fantastic chances are astronomical you will again. If you haven't yet found such a person, chances are astronomical you will. It's up to you. You'll find what you seek. Where attention goes, energy flows. If you are fixated on what you don't have, that lack mentality, guess what you're going to draw to you? More of nothing, more of that. No. Let's stop that. Focus on what you have, value it when you have it, appreciate it, say a prayer for it, be honoring yourself through everything that is an extension of you. For me, an extension could be my water. It's all of this stuff in front of me. I value every single thing in my life. I value you. I value you, my loved ones, and everything that I do is a prayer in motion, is an extension of love from within and going out. So everything you do comes from within, and you can't dismiss it. Let's really rock this new year. Let's make it more of what it is we value, and keep the blessings coming. I love you.